Hey guys, so I want to show you guys today some pretty basic doubles moves, but really what I'm going to be showing you is some tips on how to really clean them up and make them look a little prettier. So they're two anti-spin patterns with the doubles. I'll show you them real quick. They're spinning in opposite directions. And I'll show you if they're spinning at the same direction. And if you want to start with it, really what you're doing is called an extension. So if you're familiar with an isolation, your isolation is sitting on the inside. What an extension does is it lets the hoop rest on your wrist or the top of your hand, and as you swing it, it's going to stay going around. So it's kind of like the exterior of the isolation. So an isolation, an extension. And that's a really pretty thing too. You can just kind of play with that and get used to the feeling of an extension versus an isolation, as it gives you really good control over the hoop. So with that, now we're going to look at the anti-spin. So with the anti-spin, while you have an extension, if you're going in the direction that you're spinning, you're going to want to push it into 4 different sections. So that's the anti-spin. Okay, it's going left, top, right, bottom. Okay. Once you're comfortable with that, you can even slow that down a little bit, kind of get like an isolation going. And that's a really pretty thing too. It looks good going slow or fast. You do a lot of cool stuff with these. So that's your extension and that's your anti-spin. And since we're doing it with doubles, you're going to want to be doing it, well, first you're going to want to doing it in both directions. So we were doing it going this way. You want to make sure you can do it. Also, get comfortable in the other direction. And you also want to make sure, of course, your other arm is also able to do the same thing. You can do a lot of the same practices of extension to isolate, extension to an anti-spin. And that's a lot of fun to play with too. So get that down on both sides. Alright, so let's put the hoop to the side of us. This is how we're going to be positioned for the trick. So you could try your anti-spin that we just learned, and you could do a few beats at each position to really get that extension push. So you're going to push forward with the palm facing, push up, palm facing down, and a real good tip to get the best extension towards the back is to, when you roll down, make sure your palm is facing out. Okay, with your palm facing out, you're going to get the best extension. My arm's a little funky, it doesn't go straight, but this is the best extension I'll get. With the palm facing out, and back to palm facing down in your starting position. So a really good practice is to just use one hoop at a time with each arm. So you're good on each side. And then try with one each. Do just your left and isolate each side. It's a good practice to really get some good control. Creates a pretty effect anyway. It's a great way to like start up the performance. And once you're comfortable with all that, a nice effect you can create is you're going to go at opposite beats on either side. So I'm going to put my left one to the top, my right one's now at the bottom, and they're going to go in opposite beats. And with no beats, looks like this. So it creates a nice little slinky looking effect where one hoop's following the other hoop. And now we can look at it going opposite directions. So my right hoop, I'm more comfortable with it going this way. You may be opposite, do whatever you're comfortable with. But my right hoop is going to be going backwards. My left hoop is going forwards. And they're going to be separating. but then meeting at the top. And then separating and meeting at the bottom. And of course, get comfortable doing it on each side, doing it singly. And when you do them together, creates a really nice tunneled little anti-spin effect. So that's just a really quick rundown on the basics of extensions, anti-spins, and some really pretty patterns you can play with. There's really so many different things you can do. There's different combinations of which direction you're going, and try all different combinations and you'll make some really pretty things. So hope you guys enjoyed it.